Hi everybody. Okay, so you're getting a Saturday night live here. Well, I guess it's gonna be a video, but okay. So the reason I'm doing it is because I feel kind of bad. If you saw the video from a couple days ago, I didn't write, and I don't feel like I made much sense. So this is kind of a redo, and then also um, kind of a small recap and what I'd like to see in the future. I do this on a weekly basis. Sometimes I do it a lot more frequently if there's uh, more to talk about. But I'm going to do a general wrap up for the week, and that'll take the place of the other video where I don't feel like I made much sense in that video. Okay, because sometimes my brain works faster than my mouth, and you know, okay. So, and plus, we got some answers as to what's going to happen between Bill and Rich. So I can clear that up. And also, I want to clear up some stuff about Sheila too. All right. Okay. So Rich and Bill. Now, Bill, I would say, has the upper hand in this situation because let's go over the facts again. If you've been living under a rock for the past month, I'm going to catch you up really quick, as quick as possible, and so you know what everybody's talking about. Okay, now there was a big brouhaha between Brooke and Katie between that Brooke thought that Katie stole Hope away from Forrester Creation to go to Logan to compete with her. Because remember, when Brooke is there, everything is a competition to Brooke. Okay? And the whole world centers around Brooke. I don't agree with this logic, but that's how the character is. And just to say it again, and I'll probably gonna say this until I'm blue in the face, but Brooke was not like this all the time. Okay. Um. Okay. So then, because of the fight, it became a bigger fight, and Hope collapsed on the runway from anxiety and pressure she felt on herself. Although I don't agree that a young child or a child in the dynamic should take on the stress of the situation of the adult. The adult should be the adult and tell the kid no matter what she chooses, it'll be all right. Okay. Now getting to Ridge and Bill. Okay, so the reason I say Bill has the upper hand is because all the argument that Ridge had has no merit whatsoever. He says that Katie took Eric away from them. No, not true. He had put him out to pasture, or as Bill said last week, you want to put him in a nursing home, and we took him and put him under our wing and took care of him, and he was compensated for his work. Got to keep that in mind. Okay, now I know there was a lot of hubbub at the time of whether or not he signed a contract and how legit it was and all this stuff. Okay, he signed a short term contract. Only with that deal, we didn't see the signing of the contract like we did with Hope. Now, Hope, the whole deal with Logan, remember for the whole week I was on pins and needles saying, sign it, sign it, sign it. And she finally signed on the dotted line. So we saw that. Okay, so there was no debate on that one. All right. Okay. The other thing is, for some reason, Rich takes the side of Brooke, and anybody who's against Brooke, he can't believe that she could do that kind of thing because he even said it in his mouth that I can't believe that Katie did that to her. What did Katie do to her? Katie just made a decision. Hope made her own decision too. It wasn't against Brooke, but if you ask Rich, it was. And then I remember I went on tirade and said, "What is wrong with Torsten K? And what is wrong with the Rich character?" And within 2 days, Rich is all about being behind Electra and wanting the best for her and not wanting her to be in a toxic relationship with Will. All that stuff, I said that stuff. Okay? So, yeah. Although I still believe it. Okay? I don't believe. Now, this is not going to turn into a PSA, but I'm just saying if you're in a bad relationship you don't want to be in, you don't have to stay in it. Okay? No relationship should be toxic. When you have the push and pull too much, that may be the beginning of a toxic relationship. Just putting it out there. Okay, now for Electra, for what I'd like to see regarding, well, Katie can stand on her own 2 feet, and she has been, thank you God. But Brooke, man, okay, well, let's stick with stuff we know, and then we'll go from there. We know Brooke is going to Brooke is going to come back. Catherine Kelly Lang is going to come back, okay? But if they're going to do something different, I want them to do something different. Meaning, okay, don't do something for like a month and say she's a changed person, and then a month later you go back to where she is now. What's the point? Either do it 100% or don't do it, in my opinion. And for once and for all, they need to have a discussion, Hope and Brooke, and they need to hash it out where it's not an argument. Because yeah, it makes for good television and all, but like I said, whatever you said caused your daughter to have so much stress that she passed out on the runway. Okay, that's not a conversation. It feels like accusations. So maybe don't do it that way. Okay, now Sheila. The reason why Sheila's on my mind so much is because, okay, now I'm going to say this hopefully for the last time, and you hopefully will get what I'm talking about here. The reason I'm so behind Sheila, the character of Sheila, is because I've seen her when she's in a bad relationship and stuff, and people use her and people tell her what she wants to hear, but they don't really mean it. And I've seen her brokenhearted. And finally, when she found Deacon, that's why I was on the Sheehan train so much, because I was like, whoa, okay, they have a connection, like a real connection. They could get married, or they could be a couple. Come on. And then I didn't know they were going to marry him off. I mean, it's great and stuff. But had I known that they were going to marry him off and then a year later have him cheat on her and stuff, I would never have backed it. So now, because of what happened, I'm scared of what they're going to do with this character of Sheila, because what's she going to do? I mean, unless they give her a relationship with her grandson and her son, I don't know what they're going to do with the character, because okay, she's a reformed bad girl, which you know what that means. She can't be as bad anymore. Because if she is, then they're going to say, oh, that's old Sheila coming back. And I don't know how she's going to have a relationship with her son and grandson if her daughter-in-law won't have it. It's either going to cause trouble in the marriage, or it's going to cause a strain some other way, because what's her name? Steffi is going to feel like Finn took her mother's side and not hers. Or he's going to do it in secret, and that's going to cause other problems, because Steffi's going to say, why didn't you do it in secret? Unless she turns over a whole nother leaf and Steffi actually gives Sheila a chance. I don't know. Being self-willed and being bold, anything is possible, because bold can go off the rails at times, which I appreciate. So anything is up for grabs here. Okay. Now, Will and Melissa. Although I talked about it on the other day, but I don't know if I made myself clear. Okay, now I want them to be a couple. Mill. Mill is my couple. Okay. But I don't know if they're going to do it. And I kind of hope they do the slow burn, sort of, because, okay, now, this is coming from a person who, well, I've been in relationships, and, okay, the thing is, now this is kind of personal, a little bit personal, but not too much. Okay. When I get into a relationship and I jump into it, I kind of feel bad after because, something happens or whatever. So I try to do slower than that. But then again, I don't know what they're going to do for TV because theoretically, Melissa and Will have been friends for a while. So I don't know. And then I hope to God they don't do the we thing again because it's not even about that. It's just that I can't do the back and forth again. I can't do it. I already did it with Brooke and Ridge before they finally got together. Then I did it with Tridge. I can't do that anymore. I'm not built for that. It's like pick a side and pick a side and go with it. So, hope that clears everything up. I hope I sound sane this time. All right. Bye, everybody.